Okay, so in this tutorial, we're just going to be going over two types of different products you can add to your Wix store, digital and physical. So first of all, let's just go to the dashboard and head on over to, let's see here, they changed everything on me recently. Go to catalog, and here you can see all of your different products. Now, something that you need to understand, and I think we've talked about this at an earlier video, but Wix has their e-commerce platform, and their e-commerce platform really only has physical and digital products you can put into the cart. So at this time, you cannot put a booking in the cart, an online course in the cart, along with a physical product or a digital product, which makes the bundling a little bit tricky. But now that everything's kind of under the catalog category, like I wonder if maybe they're working towards that. I'm not sure. But here you can see you just can only have physical and digital products in the Wix store at this time. So yeah, I'm just going to show you how to add those. And we can talk more about workarounds later. Also, if you want to talk about workarounds, that's just a huge thing with Wix, right? Like, I love Wix, it's amazing, but you have to know the workarounds. So send me an email, but honestly, the best way to work with me at this point is I'm going to have more one-on-one consulting in the summer, but if you want to just jump in right away, I have the Wix Collective, the inner circle is open right now. You can join. I'm on the forum every day answering people's questions. We hop on live calls every single week, and we do site audits once a month. So I can get your questions answered either on the forum or on those live Q&A and workshop training. So there's just a little plug for that. Okay, now on to our products here. So first of all, I've already created a physical and a digital product, so I'm going to go ahead and delete those so you can just see what it looks like to start from scratch. Delete, delete. Okay, so here we're going to click New Product, and we're going to start with a physical product first because that's the more complex product. So we'll just do Test Physical Product. So that's going to be your title, and then that's going to also update here as well. Here's going to be the images and the videos that you use to describe or portray your specific product. I don't have a specific project on here. This is just for template's sake, for preview mode, just to kind of give a tutorial here. But here you can add your photo, add your name, a little ribbon that pops up across the top of your product if you want, like new arrival or new for spring, something like that. And the cool thing is when you have these ribbons, it's going to save them all behind the scenes so that you can just click and then add one of your ribbons that you have stored in the past. Description, you can use your description that you already have written, or you can use this AI text generator. It sometimes is helpful. I know a lot of times when I am working with clients, they're so close to their product, they have a hard time like describing it or going into more detail. So sometimes AI can kind of help at least give some inspiration. Definitely is not a human brain, at least in this particular setting. You can tell that it's AI, but if you use it to just get inspired and then think of your own words, that's helpful. So description. And what I really love about the description text here, obviously you'd want to have like a paragraph, but it's rich text, so you can bolden things, italicize, you can create bulleted lists, you know, 1, 2, 3, things like that. Paragraph indentation, outdent. Okay. Also, you can have additional info sections. This is really nice if you have a really complex product or maybe like a how to use or tech specs. So maybe we could just do how to use test description here. So this is all, I'm not going to show you how to describe your product. You probably already know how to do that, but I'm just going to show you what you can use to hopefully represent your product well. Also, I do want to say too, you can add a table in here, which is kind of cool. I've never done that before, but if you wanted to, rows and columns with headers, you can add that if that helps kind of give a better idea of what your product features, or maybe like if you do have different sizing like measurements. You could have that on there too. You know how they have like medium is this size, small is this size, like different specs. Okay, we've got pricing here. We'll just do $10. You can add a sale on each particular product if you want to, or in future videos, we'll probably talk about how to add coupons. Show price per unit if you'd like to. Add your cost of goods to see your profit margins here. Add custom text, like what do you want engraved? What would you like? You know, when I go on Etsy and order things for Christmas for people, I normally get like laser engraved leather items, things like that. So that would be something that you could do here. Now you are limited to 2, which is unfortunate because I had a client who was doing like a gift or like a home decor box subscription. And so she had, you know, tell me more about like your house and your style and, you know, when was your birthday? So then you can like create this beautiful home decor box to send to these people. Well, we were a little bummed out. We only had 2 options for customization. And so we went about a whole different way of doing this. And it was kind of hard to do this workaround, but it is doable. So just know that that is an option, but you're a little bit limited there. Now we have product options here. Again, you could do size, weight, colors, whatever. We're going to do colors and we're going to do red. You can choose your red color, which is really, really fun. Red and blue for now. And then we're also going to have size. We're just going to keep it really simple. Small, large. Okay. So now you can even connect images if you want to your specific options here. So if you have a color of your red product, it's going to pull from those top images that you put up on your product description, like those first images you uploaded. And then the blue, obviously, you could choose the same color, I guess, or the same image, but you wouldn't want to. You'd probably want to have a different image there showing red and blue. Oh, and then you also can connect images to the other variables that you have on here as well, like size. Now, let's say you wanted to manage pricing and inventory for each individual product variant option. You turn this on here, and then if you want like all of the red gloves to be just like $1 more, you'd have to go in and specifically change that. Let's say you wanted the cost of goods to be a little bit different on each one of those. You could do that as well. You do have the option to add SKU numbers if that's something you want to do. And then in stock, out of stock, shipping weight, and you can turn off different visibility. Or you can turn off visibility for different variants within the store. So if you're like, okay, running low on a certain one, not sure if I can get it from my vendor, turn off the visibility there, but your whole product is still visible. Next up, we've got pre-order, and I think this is super cool. So right now you can see that this product is currently in stock, and so it's not available for pre-order unless we mark it as out of stock. So let's say we went, okay, sorry, here we go. We're gonna go to manage variants and type out of stock for each one of these. And we're gonna see how this pre-order situation works out. So here we've got pre-order. Here's the pre-order message, expected to ship by the end of June. Let's say July 1st. Pre-order limit, how many can they have? To limit the number of items available at pre-order, start tracking the product's inventory. Interesting. So we haven't done that, so there's no limit, but if you wanted to, you could do that. It says here, Wix Payments only supports pre-orders when the products are delivered within 12 months of the purchase date and are not part of a crowdfunding campaign. Interesting. So something to keep in mind. And those guidelines will be enforced. So Wix is really cracking down a lot, which is good. You know, I don't like those scams. Nobody likes those scams. Okay, so next up is subscriptions. Something really important to know, and we can talk more about this later, but subscriptions in Wix e-commerce is different from some of the wording they use other places on the Wix dashboard. So you have a subscription for a particular product, but also when you sell a pricing plan, like a membership, they also call that a subscription. So you just need to know that there's a little bit of confusion there. So if you have both of those things, you might be a little confused, or if you look for subscription in the dashboard and you see that it's talking about memberships or pricing plans, that's where the confusion might come in. So we're just going to just kind of pretend we're making a subscription here. Monthly subscription. Basically, your tagline would be like subscribe and save 10% or $1. I don't know. Repeats how often? Every month. Expires after 2, 3, 4 billing cycles. Custom or never expires. Now we can get more into this later into subscriptions, but you can pause a subscription on your end, but your buyers cannot suspend or pause a subscription. They can only cancel. So just know that there's some flexibility there, but we can talk more about that later. If you have any questions, post them in the comments. Again, join the Wix Collective Inner Circle. If you do have some questions, I can get those answered quickly. So you'd add $1 off that subscribe and save, and then they'll be charged $9 per month until their subscription is canceled. So that's kind of cool. I love that. We're going to cancel it though. Now that is your physical product. Now let's talk about some of the important things that a lot of people forget about, and that is how to make this more professional. So one, and make it accessible and findable in your online store. Here you want to make sure that it's shown in your online store and point of sale. Now, point of sale does not just mean cash register. It can also mean on your phone when you use your phone as point of sale. We can talk more about that later as well. Add it to different categories if you want to. The next video is going to be all about categories. Here's marketing and SEO. You don't really need to worry about creating a coupon right off the bat probably, but just know you can create it here. I always usually go through the marketing tab here on the left-hand side of the dashboard, but the most important thing you need to do here is edit SEO settings. You're going to have to click save and continue. And here it's going to take you through the basics of what you need to do to make this available for Google to search well. So make your way through the SEO assistant. Use the alt text, write the meta description like it tells you, and again, we've got your basics here. So I'm going to tell you to stick in the assistant and basics and maybe social share. But here in the basics, you're going to be able to change your URL slug to, this is test physical product. That's fine because that's what this is called, but make sure that it's something easy and catchy and clear and concise. We've got your title tag here and your meta description. Make sure those look how you want them to look. I really want to do an entire series on the basics of Wix SEO. If that's something you're interested in, please just comment below and let me know that that's something you're interested in. We actually talked about SEO in the Inner Circle 2 weeks ago, and it was a really great workshop. So if you want to join and just get that workshop video, it's ready to go. Join at thewixcollective.com/inner circle. Yep, that's right. Okay, but that is what you need to know. Now make sure also that your social share looks good. If someone's going to be sharing this on social media, you want it to look like an accurate representation of your product. So just check it out here, make sure it all looks spot on. Okay, next is tax group. So not everybody's going to have this option here. It just are going to have to utilize this option, I should say. But if you do have specific tax groups set up for products, which we have not talked about yet, this is where you will set that tax group setting. So also you can type in the brand name. If you have different brands of options you want or brands of products that you want to feature, this will help in filtering later. All right, so when you're ready, click save. Okay, so there is our test physical product out of stock. Now, let's talk about how to do a digital product. A quick note, on physical products, you have to have some sort of shipping attached to them. You cannot have like a, well, for example, I was doing a website for someone and they sell bulk quantities of beef. And so bulk quantities of beef come in like a whole cow, half cow, quarter cow. And how this works is you pay prior to them butchering and processing this cow. So the thing is, you don't know exactly how much it's going to be, so it's more of like a deposit. So in that situation, we couldn't really use like a physical product because they can't ship like 400 pounds of meat just nationwide. I mean, they can, but it's going to like vary in cost. And also, it just kind of depends on, how heavy this animal is at time of taking to the processor. So that's something to keep in mind. You are kind of limited on the physical product. You have to have shipping attached. So on the flip side, we have these things called digital products in Wix. Now, digital product is more of like something you would download. Okay, we're just going to go test digital product. Upload the file directly. So this could be an image, an audio file, a document, or a zip file. So an image would be like, this high resolution, beautiful image of something that you wanted to share or not share, but sell. Audio file, pretty self-explanatory. A document like a PDF. And then a zip file could be basically anything as long as it's compressed. So that gives you lots of options there. This is so similar to the physical product, except for you are a little bit more limited. So we have the name, the ribbon, the description. Then you add your images and video here to kind of showcase your product. So I'm just going to add one here. Normally what I like to do for this one is go to Canva and type in like, if it's a download or something, you can type in free ebook like Instagram post, and you can see where you can add like a little tiny screenshot of your product in there and make it look like it's laying on a desktop or something. That's what I like to do. You do have the option to add additional info sections. So like we'll just do specs, and just for presentation purposes and tutorial, we'll do how to use or something. Sorry, I can't type today. Okay, and then pricing, we'll do $5. You can do on sale, cost of goods, inventory, and shipping, which is interesting that they have shipping listed here because you cannot ship a digital product, but you can track the inventory. Okay, now onto the secondary items here. You can create a coupon, promote the product, edit the SEO, edit the tax group or the brand here. So all this is extremely similar to the physical product, but it's digital. So we're going to click save. Oh, I forgot to actually add a document here. So we're going to go, I don't even know what that is, but we're going to add just a JPEG. Click save. Okay, so here are our two physical and then a digital product. Let's see what this looks like in our store. So if we go to product page, category page actually, preview. So this is what we've set up in a previous video. I showed you how to add all of this to your site. Obviously this is not in the right place, but this is just for show. So you can see here we've got all products, digital and physical. Digital is going to have this like little download icon in the top right hand corner. Let's go ahead and look and see what this test physical product looks like. You can see the different colors. You can select your size, your quantity, pre-order, super cool. How to use, here's your, your additional info sections are here. And this site is not launched, so it's not going to allow us to pre-order or anything at this time. But I can show you this screen at least. So you can see here, pre-order expected to ship. And then I just have my shipping set to free. We're going to talk more about shipping in an upcoming video. That's going to be a lengthy one and super fun because it's just kind of this huge puzzle you have to work through. So there's our physical product. Now we need to go back and look at our digital product, which I can't do without going back to the main editor page. I didn't mean to click out of this, sorry. So we're going to open up the editor. And one more time. And again, we're going to navigate over to our category page where we could see all of our products. We're going to be talking more about how to edit these pages in the future. But here we can see our digital product. We'll click on that. Take a little preview here. Digital product. We've got the specs here. Add to cart or buy now. Cool. So yeah, we're going to talk more about how to customize this in the future, but that's how you set up the physical and digital products in Wix.